Hi, how are
Mehryn,
you?
we're having so much fun talking, and then I see a comment come in from Tom Arbuthnot. Happy Friday, all. Here it is. And we're like, oh crap, it's 9 a.m. We got to go.
We lost track of time. Well, goodness, happy Friday. I know it's been a long week for you, and you are fresh off of plane travel, getting in late last night. So thanks for stepping in for Jimmy. I appreciate it.
Yeah. At least I'm here, unlike Jimmy. Just long story short, flights, delays, storms in the air. I landed at like 2:15 a.m. and it's 9 a.m. Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Let's go.
Let's go. All right. Well, let's just dive right in. I think Jimmy was still a contributor this week. He is taking some time off today, but one of the articles, we've got a nice chat going where we just share news and updates for the week. And this one actually popped in late last night, where just the ever-present conversation of hybrid work and who's coming back to the office. The latest stat has really said that we're, on average 2.5 days a week, sometimes 3, where we've got other CEOs clawing to get Monday back. They want 4 days, not 3. So I thought this was interesting. We need Monday back.
You know what? I just had this thought. What he should do is just make everybody work 12 and a half hours in 3 days, and then you get 40 hours in.
I'm good with that.
But so I get what CEOs are trying to do. They're trying to figure out back how to, they want people in the office just because whatever, right? We all know the statistics of if you're at least as efficient working at home as you're in the office. But what you do miss out on are those water cooler talks, overhearing conversations in the next cube as two people are talking about the next product update, having lunch with coworkers, and somebody spills a milkshake all over the front of their shirt, and you got story that goes for months. You do miss out on that, but I don't know if 4 days of that versus 3 is really going to tighten the bonds and those overheard conversations versus just being able to put your head down, not have all those distractions, and get work done at home. So it's interesting to see where the future.
We'll see where it goes. I miss it. And you got some office time this week, so a little jealous of you. One of our coworkers that I never actually get to see in person, but I always see online, Amanda Stewart. So if you're not familiar with Amanda, she is the partner account manager that handles all of distribution in the Americas, or Canada and the US. And she puts out these great, basically stats to chats, little 5-minute clips around Microsoft research and analytics. And this week she's talking about organizational leadership and the impact and purpose-driven discussions. So if you have not followed Amanda, give her a follow and go check that one out. I don't know if you've read that, probably not. She just posted it yesterday. So
I posted it last night. I was on an airplane or trying to sleep. But Amanda has been a co-host of Selling Teams Rooms, so she is a very much a member of the family.
Love it. All right. So Michael, you working on any exams lately?
No, I mean the MS 700, is that the one that's getting have some
MS 700? I think we've got a new one coming down, maybe MS 721. But new resources out where we have practice assessments on Microsoft Learn. So if you are working, one of them that I've done is MS 900. That's Microsoft 365 Fundamentals. So there's a long list of ones that are currently available and ones that are coming soon, but definitely another good practice tool if you're working on your exams. I know a lot of people this time of year start to look to update and refresh. So I think most of our audience is probably looking at MS 700 potentially, and looks like that one is coming soon. So keep your eye out on Microsoft Learn.
Managing Microsoft Teams, MS 700. So the concept of the content camera from Microsoft Teams Rooms, right, where you have the old school analog whiteboard and your marker boarding, and you point a camera at it so that the remote people can see the marker board often better than the people in the conference room. That is in the Teams client. It kind of has been the content camera, but they've expanded it now to use different, are you ready for it, Mehryn? Assets. You can use different assets. So instead of just a whiteboard, you can now use documents, books, whatever, great for the education opportunity. Or even if you're just, you don't want to use Microsoft Whiteboard and draw with your mouse, you don't have the touch screen, just take your content, take your regular webcam, point it at a piece of paper and start drawing, and other people can yell at you, no, don't put the line there, put it there.
Awesome. All good creative ways to have meetings. Oh, we've got a roadmap.
Oh, we got music.
So good at that. Good job.
People wondering in the background, like, okay, who's producing this? Mike's always in the background producing. You get the seamless roadmap music, more or less. Now you don't. Seamless roadmap music.
Well, we've got a lot of roadmap this week, and I think a few of them I think later in the deck, in the beginning, we've got some delays that we're going to update you on, but later in the deck, some really new exciting things added to the roadmap that are coming soon. So the first one, we've talked a lot about 4.16 update. It was, I think, expected to be late February. Now it looks like it's pushed to late March. So if you're waiting for that, it looks like it's coming soon. And it's just not here just yet. So that's.
And I can tell you, yeah. I think I mentioned it last time when I popped my head up from the background. The new interface, or whatever show, the new interface, which is basically the Teams Rooms Android interface. Mm-hmm. It's so beautiful on MTRW. When you rebuild or whatever, and you go back and look at an old one, which is the black and white and this.
It's prettier.
You'll want the new interface. Cameo PowerPoint Live. What's happening to our GTC High and DoD friends?
So this is one that we talk about, Jimmy and I, because obviously, and yourself, when we're talking about Cameo, we love it because it's presentations and we do that all day, every day. For DoD and GCC High, it looks like it's a bit delayed. So that was an updated roadmap this week. For those of you in the audience that were wondering, just a small little update. It says that you will get a push update when it's goes live. So from there, these are the exciting ones. We've got 2 exciting ones, and you, especially Mr. Michael Tressler at Jabra, are familiar with audio, but we've got a May date for availability on spatial audio, which is super exciting.
Spatial audio, somebody said it's surround sound for a meeting room. Not quite, because you don't get the sound behind you. Because hopefully you don't hear people like in a movie walking around behind you and you're like, oh, they're coming from behind. It's just think of it as super stereo, very far pan, very far left, pan, very far right, or both audios together. So if Mehryn in this case were on the left of the screen and I'm on the right, when I speak, you'd hear audio predominantly from the right speaker, and I forget which directions I put us. If Mehryn speaks from the left side, if I got my example right. Point is, like if you're
audio.
If you close your eyes, it doesn't matter where the audio is coming from. If you don't have audio and you open your eyes, you can see mouths move. It's when mouths are moving on the right side and the audio is coming from the left, your brain just short circuits. So it's trying to get all of that aligned so that, much like a natural conversation, when your ears tell you someone on the left is speaking, your eyes track, and it makes for more natural. And I think all this work is being done to make things not just more natural, but less of meeting headaches.
Meeting tax, meeting burden, overwhelmed at the end of the day. So the next one that's sort of along the same theme is added intelligence, where I think when we first announced Front Row, when you saw the images of it, where the people were at the bottom and they had the black background, so it was all blended. We were talking about this earlier, Michael and I, where the background can sometimes be distracting. So eliminating that with a completely black background really, again, reduces that mind going all over the place trying to see what we've got in the background in Michael's office there. So another really great update coming May 2023, but you had also talked about the sizing of people's heads as well.
Yeah, so imagine like Front Row, imagine there's 6 people, which we have today, right? So it's 6 to 8 people on the bottom of Front Row, but everyone has a different background. Mehryn's is fairly plain, but you still see there's a few things behind me. Mine is completely complex. Other people are independent, right? If you see Jimmy and he's got his wood log cabin look behind him, your brain has to remove all of that. Yeah. You have to remove all my records and my Talking Heads poster, and you have to remove all that. So if everything is black and all the heads are uniform sized, your brain doesn't have to do any of that. Back to less meeting tax. You look to the left where you hear the voice from spatial audio and you see a face. Your brain doesn't have to remove the background and to detect where the face is and track it.
Nice.
So basically what I'm telling everybody is I should have background blur on right now.
All good. StreamYard doesn't do that. All right, we've got some events coming up. I think we've got 1 or 2. Actually, no, we don't.
We don't. Sorry, you tricked me.
My bad, I tricked you. We have.
I was like, I'm gonna produce. I got a producer who's gonna be right on it. This yelling desk with A24. It's a Teams display. They've been showing this for a while. I feel like I saw this like at Enterprise Connect or somewhere last year.
It was last year. It is certified officially, so it is on the market. If you're working in the hot desking space, this is now available. A new Teams certified device. So didn't want to miss that. I apologize. I guess now I'll bring you to it.
Hang on, real quick. So the cool thing about this is that you can plug your laptop into it and use it just as a monitor. You don't have to use the Teams display stuff, or you can use it as a full size, nice, regular monitor size Teams display. So
love it. Good job. All right. So going into events, this is a big one this week. This is one that everybody stop, mark your calendars. We've got a big event with Jared Spataro and Satya Nadella on March 16th. So this is coming up. I believe that's a Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific. So it is actually a LinkedIn Live event. So you can go into LinkedIn, look it up, and it is something you can watch live straight from LinkedIn. I definitely will check that out. Yeah,
I will try to put that. Of late, I've signed up to like 4 Microsoft events, and I have meetings and I haven't gone, and I keep getting the emails. We missed you. I'm like, yeah, I did too. But...
All good. And speaking of things that people should watch.
Yep, starting in 4 minutes, go to the youtube.com/Teams Tech Talk. I got a link in here somewhere. There we go. youtube.com Teams Tech Talk. Teams Fridays. Jim Bannock, who is a architect in the Center of Excellence focusing on Azure and Microsoft 365 security. So we're going to be talking security on Teams Fridays this week in 3 minutes now.
All right. Well, I'll let you get back to your Teams Fridays, but appreciate you stepping in and helping out this morning. Hope everybody is having a wonderful week. Happy Friday, and we will talk to you next week.
And good luck with the house, Jimmy. Bye.
Yeah.